I personally think it's an insult.
This is not professional, guys. This is so ridiculous. Silent like your mother is. Complicit like your mother is. Okay. Hello guys, and welcome back to Dance Mums, and today we are jumping straight back into season 3. We are so close to the finish line. I could smell it. I could smell victory at the end of this series. And remember that on the 6th of April, we are going to be doing a live stream straight after the premiere of the first episode of Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition Season 2. Essentially, we have got a lot of good stuff coming up over the next few weeks. Hopefully, you guys will enjoy it all, but if you don't, tough luck, I guess. Tough luck. Remember, we've got loads of different shows going on at the moment. The Next Step, Glee, Toddlers and Tiaras, and also America's Next Top Model, as well as 2 seasons of Survivor on the go, guys. It's chaotic at the moment. Absolutely chaotic. I would show you the Batman thing. It is fully completed, but it is a little bit too big for me to show on camera. So let me see what I can do. It is huge. Okay, it is really big. But yeah, this is the artwork. I already want to rip it apart and build it again. It was that good. Honestly, that was so much fun. I already want to order more Lego, but bank account says no. But we are back today with Dance Mums, and I'm super excited. We've got a pyramid behind me to dive straight into. So without much further ado, let us get on with today's episode. Dun 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 dun. I don't know why we did Jurassic Park there, but you know what I mean? That's because our very own Tyrannosaurus Rex, Leslie, is on the bottom of the pyramid. Honestly, she sucked in the last episode, like actually horrendously sucked, like the worst person ever. So I just did not appreciate her. The way that she was tattling to Abby was horrendous. I did not appreciate that. So yeah, you know what, Leslie, bottom of the pyramid for you. But for not turning up to work, it's got to be Abby. Was her mum ill? Was she skiving? Who was that mysterious woman that she was with? Was it the woman that picked up the phone at the end of the day? I don't know. There's lots of mysterious, confusing conundrums around Abby's disappearance. So you know what? Maybe we should make a Netflix documentary about it. Up next, because she probably pissed me off at some point in the episode, it's Melissa. I couldn't think of any other place to put her, so she kind of just has to like it or lump it with the trolls at the bottom of the pyramid. Next up, we have Christy. Honestly, she didn't really piss me off in the last episode. She was kind of just there. But again, I don't want to reward her for anything because I just don't like her that much. So anyway, up next we have the 4, oh, for God's sake, Holly, Christy and Kelly. These 4 icons are on the 3rd layer of the pyramid. It's not really a pyramid today. It's a shape, an unidentifiable shape, I guess. Yeah. Do you know what? It's getting harder to do it in a pyramid format purely because it just doesn't work anymore. There's too many people for a pyramid. Up next, we have these 4 mums. They're all right. They kind of slayed in the last episode, I can't lie. But then, for a fantastic group number, I have to hand it to Mackenzie. I have to hand it to Paige. That's not Paige, that's Chloe. Kendall, Paige, and it's Nia. Yeah. Honestly, these 3 slayed the group number. I think that group number could be a top 10 group number for me. I gotta be honest. I really enjoyed it. It was very clean. It's amazing how much better the product is when the children aren't living in fear. Let's just put it that way. Okay, it's a great feeling. A great feeling to watch a show and have positivity shone upon these children. Yeah, honestly, I rate it. I do really rate it. And then on the 2nd layer of the pyramid, we have Brooke. Honestly, great performance. Could it have been better? Potentially, but I still really appreciated it anyway. Asia is in our 2nd spot because her solo was really good. I really enjoyed it. And then on top of the pyramid, Maddie. I didn't think her solo was the best I've ever seen, but it was still a good solo nonetheless, and she deserves to be at the top of the pyramid after all. So, that is it. That is the pyramid for today. Back to you, Ethan, in the studio. Thank you, Pyramid Ethan. Thank you. Okay, let's get back on with the episode. Let's go, shall we?
Good morning. Hello.
Melissa?
Hi.
Oh, hey.
I was like, how the fuck did you get in my house? Like, what? Why are you in my house, Melissa? Why are you here at 6 a.m. in the morning? What's going on right now? Hello? Are you okay? What are you doing here? How did you break into my home?
I know how much Abby loves her mom, and to put on this brave face is just crazy to me, and she's the one that needs to really have a big cry.
I don't know if I'm going to be a pyramid today.
Well, I have to tell you, this past weekend, I was sad you weren't there.
I think that was just you, Melissa, that was sad. I don't think anybody else was sad. I think actually everybody else was cheering. No, that's wrong. Christy and Asia were also sad that Abby wasn't there, but that's because they're here for Abby and definitely not for their show that is going to be airing straight after the series. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. I do feel bad for being like, is Abby's mum really ill? But like, the last episode didn't exactly make it clear, especially with like that Instagram post that went out that looks like Abby going out on the lash. I don't know. I just didn't feel particularly confident with all of that. But if her mum is genuinely ill, then I can understand wanting to take the time out. However, communicate that to your people. You're on a TV show. Just communicate it. Because for a hot minute, no one seemed to know where you'd gone, what you were doing, and that's just rude.
Maddie needs you back this week.
What Maddie needs and what Abby needs are two different things.
Ooh.
My mother needs me more than Maddie does.
No, but it's too...
Honestly, I rate that from Abby. Melissa's like, Maddie needs you back. My mum is in hospital. My mum is ill. I'm sorry, but mum trumps Maddie. I'm sorry. Okay, you're just going to have to put up with subpar Gianna for the next week. Not that she is subpar because she won last week with her dance. So, you know what? Actually, maybe she's over par. Maybe she's Birdie.
My mother comes first. When I'm upset, she's upset. And that's what you have to understand. When I come home ranting and raving...
I know.
Melissa, this is a horrific look on you. This is horrible. Because what do you mean that you're stood there and she's like, my mum needs me, and you're like, yeah, but is Maddie going to be performing at Nationals? Is she going to be? Because I need to know. Fuck your mum. I need to know if my daughter's performing at Nationals. And Abby's like, hang on a minute. My mum is ill. ILL. And you're worried about silly little Maddie. Yeah, get on your bike and get out of my house.
Does anyone know if Abby is going to be here?
I don't think she's coming. She said that today that she's staying with her mom.
Does she know that today's the day we normally do pyramid?
Funnily enough, Holly, I feel like she is aware of that, but, you know, her mum's ill, so, like, give her some grace, do you know what I mean? Like, if your mum was ill, you'd be like, yeah, I'm leaving, I'm dipping, you don't need me. And I know that she's, like, the head of the dance studio, but, like, you were fine last week without her. So I feel like you're fine to just do another week until she gets a little bit better or until Abby feels comfortable enough to leave her.
Abby already knows that she's giving Maddie a solo at Nationals, but she isn't sure who else. She wants me to work with Chloe on a lyrical piece, which is her best style. So Christy better not have any complaints.
Did they give Gianna a note that she was too nice in her confessionals last week and she needs to be more like Abby? Because what do you mean she's like, I'm going to work with Chloe on her best style. So Christy better not moan. Oh my goodness. I do rate Gianna as a choreographer. I think that she is actually quite good. I'm excited that she's in charge of the choreography again. Hopefully we can pull out another win. Kathy's also here this week. Oh my god, you know it's going to be crazy.
No Maddie solo, but she said she wants to feature Maddie in the group.
Okay.
And
in that moment, I saw Melissa have a mini breakdown and then convince herself that she's okay. She's like, okay. Like her head is physically vibrating right now at the sheer pressure that is building up in her brain over the fact that Maddie does not have a solo. Cat, we're in Ohio, guys. We're in Ohio. I'm so grateful they always have a cow to tell us that we're in Ohio because they always show a sign at the start, but obviously because I'm illiterate and I can't read, then like it's tough to work out where we are. But seeing the cows, I know we're in Ohio, which means craziness is about to happen.
I'm not the least bit concerned that Anthony isn't here right now. I think he was an avalanche. He was an accident waiting to happen.
Did they like run out of budget so they're not actually micing Kathy? Because like usually they mic Kathy and then like everybody else is kind of not mic'd in the room. But like are they out of mics? Like what's going on? Because what do you mean we're just using the camera audio? This is not professional, guys. This is season 3. You should have a budget by now. Come on.
Mary struggled a little bit the last time that we saw you. We talked about her port de bras arms.
Mary is a beautiful dancer, and I think Kathy's crazy for putting her on the bottom of the apple tree.
I think Kathy's crazy. I mean, I personally think it's an insult. And I think that you should be very careful what you do. Because you know I'm from New Jersey. And we have a lot of people down there that would be willing to teach you a lesson. I don't actually know if she's from New Jersey. She gives me New Jersey vibes. She's giving me big Jersey Shore vibes. The leopard print, the streak in the hair. There is no streak. Oh no, there is a little bit of streaking in the hair. There is also no leopard print. It's a sequin top. I don't know why I pictured her in cheetah print. Wow, that was a massive generalization. Whoopsie.
There's no room for error. None.
I think Hadley should be at the top of the apple tree. I mean, she works the hardest, I work the hardest, and together we should be rewarded.
Yvette 100% should have been on Abby's team. 100%. I'm sorry, she's wasted on this team. Absolutely wasted. I would have loved to have seen Yvette scrapping with the other mums for that top place on the pyramid. She could have rivaled Jill for how scrappy she got for getting to that top of that pyramid. Because this silly little apple tree don't mean anything. It's not the pyramid. This is just the cheap Little's version. Okay?
I know first-handedly, because I saw it on social media, and maybe some of you did as well, Chloe is doing a solo at the competition this week.
Sorry, how did we see this on social media? Did Chloe tweet and be like, hashtag got a solo, yay, so happy besties, hope you all like my photo. Like, what? How did she find out via social media? Are we talking about WhatsApp when the producers are texting each other going, this is the plan for the week?
Chloe's doing a lyrical solo this week called Too Late.
It's called Too Late because Chloe is too late to be a good dancer. She is behind the curve. She's too late. She's too grown up. She'll never be as good as Maddie, and it's just too late for her. That's why it's called Too Late.
Did Abby mention anything about nationals, Melissa, when you were there?
Nationals, I don't know, did she?
Melissa's like, oh. Well, she said, no. Did she say anything about nationals? That is a fantastic question. What she definitely didn't say is that Maddie is definitely getting a solo at nationals. No, she never said that. She didn't say that. No, Kelly, listen to my words. She did not say that. You're making that. Stop gaslighting me. Melissa's the biggest gaslighter going. She's so much of a gaslighter that she would have thrived in Victorian England.
We all know that Maddie will have a solo at nationals, and that's once again, Melissa has a secret meeting with Abby and secretly gets Maddie ahead, and the rest of us are left in the dark.
Well, Jill, you could rock up to Abby's house at 6 a.m. in the morning and break into her house just to have a conversation with her in her nightgown. You're more than welcome to do that. And she just has the balls to do it. Like, some of us consider that crossing a boundary. But for Melissa, anything for her daughter, am I right?
The moms decided to take a little break, sneak away, get some lunch. Plus, we really need to celebrate Kelly's return, and now's as good of a time as ever.
Wait, guys. Where's Leslie? Where is she? Because she's still on the team, right? She should still be here. So where is she? Because I was really expecting next episode to have every single person up on that board. But if Leslie's not in this episode, I can't put her on the board. God, guys. Guys, this is absolutely chaotic and crazy.
She's gonna come when she does come back with a list of excuses of why she wasn't there, and none of them are gonna be good because they're all gonna be a lie because we know why she wasn't there.
She admitted that she was not coming back until my family was gone.
You see, this is another thing where, like, I gave her a lot of hard flack in the last episode because I'm like, well, what is your reason for not coming back? Is it because your mum's ill, or is it because you want Kelly to leave the studio? Like, which is it? Like, they both can't be true at the same time.
Who wants Abby to be here today?
Me, I'm ready for Abby to just randomly walk into rehearsal and be like, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong.
Kendall's too honest. She's like, yeah, I'm fully ready for her to just walk in and start abusing us again. Yeah, it's fine. We're used to it at this point.
Do you guys think Abby's gonna show up today?
Wanting or needing Abby here is irrelevant. I think she should be here. I really think she should be
Maybe
here.
I should save a piece of my donut.
We could leave a trail of hamburgers from the house to the studio.
Okay, that was a cheap joke, Christy. A very cheap joke. Okay. Control yourself. Okay. There's plenty of things to take the piss out of Abby for. Her hair, her clothing, the fact that she has a stuffed dog in her house. Like, there's loads of things.
A donut, a burger, a donut.
Maybe a chicken nugget here or there.
I am gonna burn.
I was not ready for Jill to jump in on that. I really wasn't. I really was not prepared for that. Fucking hell.
4 and up. 6, 7. Okay, don't move. Who needs Anthony anyhow? It's my dance studio, and I'm perfectly capable of leading this team to victory.
I am excited to see Kathy choreography again because I feel like this entire season we've been watching other people's choreography, probably because Kathy's been busy, let's be honest. But I am excited to see her do her own choreography again. I can't remember whether it was any good or not. I'm gonna go with no. But then I can't remember the last choreographed routine I saw from Kathy, so it is what it is.
So much better. Walk, walk, back, front. Ball change. Lift, lift. Listen. Okay, stop. The whole group gets to start over.
Yvette's the choreographer. Yvette's the choreographer. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. She's running like a drill sergeant. It's great. Turn, ball change, step, kick, leap, kick, jump. Again, step, kick, leap, kick, jump. Again.
7. Pull.
Oh. Evil has entered the building. Quick, ward it off. Wow, she actually decided to show her face.
How's it going, ladies? She's back.
Look who found the hamburger trail.
When Abby walks in...
Sorry, that joke hit my ears so late. Oh my goodness. Look who found the hamburger trail. Jesus Christ. Great callback to an earlier joke. But, wow. Wow.
If you have to be here, oh, you're gonna work. You two will be doing solos every single week.
Wait, hang on. First of all, what happened to the empty threat of I'm not coming back to the studio until Brooke and Paige have gone? And now you come in and you're like, you guys are getting solos every single week. You guys are getting solos every single week from now on. From now on, you're working for your place here. And they're like, okay. Okay.
I want to speak to the moms. Hello.
Welcome back.
You say welcome back. Like I haven't been here.
You haven't been here.
What just happened there? What did I just witness? She was like, oh, welcome back. It's like, huh, saying welcome back like I haven't been here. Sorry, have you just had an invisibility cloak on for the last, like, week and a bit? Like, where have you been? You haven't been here. So, yeah, I am saying welcome back because you ain't been here. So, welcome back, biatch.
What does it matter? You guys are not Abby's keeper.
Just like she's not mine. So when I wasn't here, it was none of her business where I was.
Why are you here?
Because I'm part of the team.
Because you know I have an ironclad contract that means I have to be here. I don't want to be here. I have to be here. I'm getting paid to be here because it's my job. Okay, that's why I'm here. Every time I leave, they send me away for 1 week and they're like, right, you get next week off, but the week after, you're back and you're working, bitch. And that's exactly what happens. Okay? Can we stop pretending like Kelly constantly leaves and then comes back? Like, of her own volition. She's not coming back of her own volition. She's trapped in a contract. Can we make that explicitly clear, please?
Their mother broke the Abby Lee Dance Company contract.
And so did Abby Lee Miller. When she said in her contract she will provide a nourishing, healthy environment.
She called her out there. She called her out because that isn't that like clause 1 that the Abbey Dance Company will provide a nourishing, nurturing, healthy, lovely environment for the kids to practice in. And then you get, you're pathetic. This is shit. You're awful. Well, she doesn't say shit because she doesn't swear in front of the children because that's the height of rudeness apparently. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. It actually is ridiculous because yeah, there are so many flaws in that contract. If you're not going to provide a healthy, nurturing, nourishing environment, why would you put it in the contract that is legally binding?
Why do you laugh?
Because if it wasn't for all of us, if it wasn't
Okay,
for all of us.
Christy, listen to me.
I'm listening. You're the god. I know. You make a point to tell all of us.
What's really funny here is everything that they've cut out that I'm sure has been said, and they've just been like, no, we must protect the fact that this is a TV show at all costs. Because what she was saying there, the whole like, without us, she's saying without us, you would not have a studio. Christy got her this show. Okay, so without us, you would not have all of this fame, attention, this sort of god complex. But obviously we can't show that on the show. I wish they would, honestly, I wish they would. It would make it so much more interesting if we were able to break the fourth wall a little bit. But they have to try and protect the fact that this is not a TV show. We just happen to be a fly on the wall in this situation. So it's very interesting that that was what was cut out of that scene.
If I could wave a magic wand, Kelly, and make your 2 kids 5'8" and brilliant, I would. But I don't have that magic wand.
Yeah, I'd like to do it to you too.
Right.
Wand goes both ways, Abby. Wand goes both ways. Sorry, I'm just eating some little heroes. You guys don't have these out in America. Honestly, sucks for you. Honestly, genuinely, I feel bad for you guys that you don't have real chocolate. And yeah, I am trashing Hershey's because that is not real chocolate. I'm sorry. Little Dinky Decker? Absolutely. Scrummy.
I want to see your reaction like, oh no, you didn't just touch me on the nose. Mackenzie, no answer? Just like your mother, you're going to not say anything?
What is she meant to do? You tell her not to talk back to you. So she's just like, okay, cool. It's like, no answer. No smart comment. Silent like your mother is. Complicit like your mother is. That is the height of rudeness. Mackenzie.
No, I'm stating a fact on what Abby is saying.
So once again, I'm the I was the and everybody blamed it on me.
I do feel really bad for Kelly because, like, I'm sorry, but she is in the right in the situation. And then you've got Crazy Christy who's sitting there like, I can't believe that you would question Abby in any situation ever. I would never do that because I want what's best for my children. And it's like, well, so do I. And what's best for my children is for them not to be abused by Abby. That's horrible. Who wants that? If you want to put your child through that, you go for it. But I'm trying to get myself out of this. I've tried to be as complicit as possible this series, okay? And it's taken weeks and weeks of fuckery to finally get me to snap. To finally get me to the point where I am at my breaking point. And I feel so bad for this woman. This is the same woman that Abby said last series that her child needs to go to a doctor to see what's wrong with her brain. And then she cried outside in a dumpster, okay? I feel really horrible for this woman. And if you do not feel bad for her, you're a heartless monster. I'm really sorry you are. I love that Kathy rocks up in a limo. That is so funny. And then you've got Abby rocking up on a dusty, crusty old, like, coach. They've arrived in style. A limo. They are living the high life. Guys, this is so ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. What is going on here? What is going on? These people, they're actually mentally ill. What do you mean? They're currently like, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. Oh my goodness, this is just chaos.
How's your striped socks and black shoes, Hag?
That's a good one.
Game respects game. Christy and Kathy, they actually have a huge amount of respect for each other, I think, purely because both of them, they love to get into a little exchange of wit. They love it. They have a fantastic time. And they love having a cheeky little...
Yeah, hi
you coming?
No, I gotta go.
She hung up.
What is with Abby and giving cryptic messages and be like, no, hang up? That is the height of rudeness, okay? If you hang up on me, you best believe I'm belling your phone. If you don't get back to me, I'm driving round to your house. What do you mean you hung up on me? That's so rude and disrespectful. Like, just give me some information. If it's your mum, just say, my mum's taking a turn, I've got to go home. Okay, that's understandable. But just being like, no, I gotta go, hangs up. Huh? That's so unbelievably rude.
All right, you guys, we did it last week. We can do it again. Chloe, Asia, Kenzie. It's kind of on you right now.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. I actually really like Gianna in charge of this team. I really think that she's that kind of person that's like, she's firm but fair. In my opinion, from what I'm seeing currently. Obviously, there could be the seedy underbelly, but I'm currently not seeing that, so I can't comment on that.
I have had no facelift. Why would you say that? Why do you always have to interrupt? You are the rudest person in the world.
Why is this about a facelift? Oh, is this the comment from, was it like the Dance Mums chatter? Was that what it was called? The talk show thing that they did? And she was like, oh, Kathy's had a facelift. And I was like, has she? She doesn't look like she has. If she'd had a facelift, I'd have wanted a refund. We saw a lot more of that duet than I was thinking we were going to get to see, but I actually enjoyed it. I felt like there was a solid storyline there. I got the fact that they were kind of arguing with each other. I thought it worked really, really well as a duet, actually. I was delighted, I could say, delighted. But I do agree with Abby that Mackenzie just doesn't quite have the same performance factor that Asia does. And I think it's because Mackenzie hasn't been able to have that kind of expression. It's always been cutesy cutesy, I'm a walking sunshine, I'm licking a lollipop, oh, I'm ice cream. It's like, it's just too happy. Like, she doesn't have that emotional depth when it comes to performing. Whereas Asia, I almost feel like she's the exact same. It's just that this dance sits in the emotion that she's comfortable in, which is sassy and fierce. Like, I don't feel like she would be able to do cutesy or even sad. She's locked in this sassy kind of thing. So that's why I think Asia did really, really well here. And Mackenzie did well with the dancing, but not necessarily with the face and the attitude. But then again, I would give this probably an 8 out of 9, 10. There is no 8 out of 9, it's 8 out of 10. But I think that it was a good dance. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it. I just wish that the performances were a little bit better. Oh, wow. That was bloody brilliant, Lennon. Well done, well done. Wow. Okay. 10 out of 10. I really, really liked that. That moment where she came up on her toes, I was like, how are you doing this? This is wizardry. I feel like, what is going on here? This is genuinely a great, great dance for her, honestly. Genuinely. I don't have anything else to say. I was just kind of blown away. You know when you sit and you watch something and you just forget to breathe because it's so good? Yeah, that's what this was. I was like, what? This is really good. I think that was a 9 out of 10. Okay, let me talk you through why it's a 9 out of 10. I thought there were some choreography choices at the start that I was a little bit like, you know, when you watch a dancer and they're obviously doing the dance moves that have been choreographed for them, but the choreographed movement makes them put their body in like a really weird position and it just looks odd. Yeah, that's what this was. It didn't quite work for me at the start when she did that thing where she kind of rolled over and it was like, I was like, oh, that's not a very nice move. I got to say, I've got to give credit where credit's due. I think that the person who has the best emotional and sort of range on the team, the best acting on stage is Chloe. She commits to the bit every single dance. Whether she's meant to be a saucy Spanish dancer, hiya! And then you've got her doing this kind of routine where she's looked pained and heartbroken. And then there's been dances where she's been really happy and you can see the like joy in her eyes. I thought this was a really good number to show an emotional range. I was seeing pain, I was seeing anguish, a little bit too real for my liking, but it was still really, really good.
Actually, Kathy did all choreography.
What? I'm done with this. I cannot believe that Gina D told the ALDC team that I had nothing to do with this dance routine.
Yeah, that is a little bit snaky, I can't lie. That is a little bit snaky of Gina to be like, yeah, it was entirely Kathy. Well, no, I want credit for the credit that I put in, do you know what I mean? Like, I put, like, a decent amount of work into this. So, like, I would like some recognition, please.
So mad.
Yvette, you can sit with us if you'd like. I'll even let you sit by me because this is ridiculous.
God!
What?
I hate this! I hate it! I hate it!
What? Sorry, what has been cut out of this? Because this does not make sense. How have we just erupted into this? I really don't understand what's happened here. I genuinely am so confused right now.
I feel like Gina just gave Kathy all the credit, and I got no respect.
You see, this is something that's making me feel like a lot has been edited out of this episode, especially on the Candy Apple side. Because we got Kathy being like, I'm doing the choreography this week. And now we've got Yvette being like, Kathy did none of the choreography this week. Which would line up with me being like, oh, I don't remember the last time I saw Kathy actually do choreography. I think Yvette actually did do the choreography for the most part. And Kathy's getting the credit because there's not a choreographer in the building. Do you know what I mean? I wonder whether that's the case. Because if Yvette did put all of this work in, bit shady to have just put it all onto Kathy. Like, Gina, that was not okay.
Why would you do that?
She did say your name.
Because
listen, I even said to her to say your name first. You want to know why I walked away too soon?
I get worked up. You know why? Because it's a piece of me that's on stage. Because I'm so passionate.
Yeah, okay, I think I'm right in the fact that Yvette did do the choreography, and even Kathy's like, listen, I didn't tell her to say that. Like, I do feel bad for you. Oh, honestly, Gina, what you doing? What you doing, bestie? Aren't you meant to be like a judge or something? Or like you run a competition? You know how important credit is to people, especially dance teachers. They don't get to go out on stage and do the performances themselves, but it's their choreography and their blood, their sweat, their tears that go into it. Have some respect, do you know what I mean? I feel really bad for Yvette in this situation. I don't know why the close-up of Kathy's eyes was necessary, but it sent me and it really took me out of the action. I enjoyed this dance, actually. I feel like it was actually a really, really good number. Again, what is the music? Why are they choosing all these, like, dusty, crusty musics to put over it? I don't understand. Because surely they weren't dancing to that. There was barely a beat in there to be able to, like, stay in time with the music. I just thought it was an odd choice of music, I guess. whether it was danced to or whether it was danced over. No, it was put over the dancing. You know what I mean? I would probably give this an 8. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. There were some really nice moments in it. That final like moment where he's like doing the leg extension and he's on top of like her arched body, I thought that was really, really cool. But I do feel like it's lacking a certain je ne sais quoi, which means I don't know what it's lacking. It's just lacking a French word. Do you know what I mean? Oh my god, yeah, she is beaten up. Oh my god. Okay, I actually thought that was really powerful and really, really good. My issue is that I feel like we should have been... I just feel like it shouldn't have been Maddie being the main person. I feel like it was like, well, what are the other people doing? What is the point of the other people? I really didn't understand what the point of everybody else was. If this was just a Maddie solo, I think it would have been a 10 out of 10. But I feel like the sort of surplus to requirements are the girls in there. Do you know what I mean? They were completely surplus. There was no point to them being there, in my opinion. However, the way to fix this number, first of all, you could still have Maddie doing all of like her individual things, but I think the other girls needed to have bruises on them as well. And I know that, I think I saw that there might have been some on Nia, but I'm not sure. I also think there might have been one on Chloe as well, but I just wasn't able to like ascertain whether they all had bruises or whether it was just Maddie. And I feel like if it was a genuine, we're going to talk about abuse with girls, that would have been a really powerful number. But it just looked like 5 people dressed in black and Maddie who's got bruises on her.
Act number 8, we hit harder.
Hey!
I think the girls did amazing together.
1 point is Zach with act number 23, The Rescue.
Oh, okay.
4 points is Chloe with act number 22, Tulane.
Well done, Chloe. I'm so happy you won. I didn't think your dance was as good as Lennon's. I really liked that dance. But I'm still happy that you won nonetheless.
Highest scoring elite junior small group is act number 38, Black and Blue.
Honestly, it's so fair and valid. I feel like Black and Blue was a better number than Phoenix Rising. Yeah, as much as I had so many problems with Black and Blue, I did think it was a better dance, if I'm being 100% honest.
Hello.
Oh no.
Here, you know what, Yvette? You better take this poncho, because any minute now,
We don't have
Jill's
any
probably
drinks.
going to throw water. So
We don't have any.
Take this poncho, because Jill's going to throw some water. Kathy's too quick on it. She's so funny. She actually is. Because I would never think to do that. I'd never think, A, to bring a poncho with me. That's funny. That's really, really funny.
We're going to see you in a couple weeks at Nationals, and so far, as the record stands, we're going to 2-0, 0-2.
You know, you just don't need to come in and say this kind of thing. You just don't need to. It's not very sportsman-like, do you know what I mean? It is just rubbing their faces in it. Because then when they win and they come in, you're always like, how dare they come in here? But then you do the exact same thing to them. So actually, I've got no sympathy for you when it happens. Do you know what I mean? You didn't need to come in and be like, Lennon's good, but like Chloe's better technically. It's like, okay, who cares? Like, actually, who cares?
I'm really glad that Kathy flew in on her broom this week because I needed to borrow it for the clean sweep.
I think Abby would have been proud of the performances.
But Abby would say she wasn't here.
Honestly, facts. This is now the second competition in a row that she just hasn't bothered to turn up to. She was even here yesterday, and now she's just like, nah, I'm going. Bye-bye. That's fine. You go. We don't need you. 2 weeks in a row we've won, and you haven't been here. So you know what? Sucks to be you.
Yes.
Hi, Abby. We won.
We won.
I
I know, I already talked to the girls, Jane Dawn.
Huh?
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know.
Aren't you proud of them? They looked.
What do you mean you've already talked to the girls? What? When? How? What? Does she genuinely have an invisibility cloak on? Is she in the building? Is she just gonna suddenly, like, pull off and be like, hello, I've been here the entire time listening to you bitch about me?
We don't have a winning team. We have no nationals. There's no nationals for us.
I guess when we all leave here today, it's going to be, will we ever come back?
This is so unbelievably dramatic. It is not that deep. It really is not that deep. So, another episode where Abby just didn't bother turning up to the competition, and another episode where we won without her. So really, we are making a fantastic claim for the fact that Abby is not the person that is leading these guys to victory. Abby, if anything, is holding these kids back, because we've pulled out wins after wins after wins over the last couple of episodes, okay? And pretty much everyone apart from Brooke has won, okay, that has competed. So, really, I'm thinking, is Abby the best person to teach these children dance? I don't think so. But that is all we've got time for today. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Remember, the 6th of April at 8 p.m. I think it's BST at that point. So, at 8 p.m., which is 12 p.m. New York. No, 3 p.m. New York, 12 p.m. Los Angeles. You guys are going to join me. Yes, you are. I'm going to hypnotize you into coming. But we are going to be watching Nationals live, and I'm very, very excited. There's only 3 episodes left before Nationals. No, there's 2 episodes left before Nationals. And I am very, very excited. So, without much further ado, we are going to have to finish there. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Do all that YouTube stuff that you guys do so well. And I'll see you guys in the next episode, whenever that may be. But until then, keep on ranting. Bye now.